Last night. Final feast. Tons of food. Still loving the shower. So it's our last full day here. The weather's stunning again. We all just had brekkie and we got to sort out this tyre. So these are the custom rims that John and I got a long time ago, and they're made to look like the factory GXL. So while this tyre's off, I'll show you. This fixes the offset issue, that 50mm insert there. And then the nut goes down that 50mm, but looking at them, you wouldn't even know the difference. So you've got the front and the rear. I don't run mine anymore because I would have scratched the crap out of them. Nivea for men. Geez, that's why you smell so good. It's lit. We're going to use throttle body and carby cleaner, so nothing much more flammable than that. Kick it, kick it. There you go, done. Good job, boys. Now you got to put the fire out. There you go. That's how you do it in the bush.
Look at that, 40 psi.
So leaving was really dictated by the tides. So we were either going to have breakfast, pack up and get moving, or stay till sort of dinner time. So we took the earlier option. We crossed the creek and we just stayed on the other side for a couple of hours before the 8-hour trip home. Yeah, the boat ramp was a bit of a mess. I chose the left line only purely because I was trying to, you know, keep the least footprint as possible. The other side was quite rutted out. And then obviously using the ramp, we were worried that the A-frame would sort of bottom out and get caught up. Quite lucky I was running the 33s on the van. Well, it could have been some panel damage. Go closer to the bush and don't fly around the van.
Too easy.
While the boys and I are crossing here, I just want to take this opportunity just to answer a couple of questions I've been asked in the past about towing and fuel consumption. So I did do the test from home this year, and basically the 2-ton van, my truck was probably in at around 3,300. So we were 5,300 GCM, and the fuel consumption was pretty bad actually. Not traveling with mum, we tended to want to sort of get there in a hurry rather than take our time. So we were pushing the $1.10, $1.12 pretty much the whole way. The truck's got power, so you know we're pulling in 5th gear most of the time. Any big hill we'd go back to 4th, but other than that we were just sitting on the $1.12 there at you know, in 5th gear, and the only thing we was sort of driving to most of the time was the pyro. So trying to keep it you know, up around the 500 I was happy with, and then anything more than that I was gearing down on any of the big hills. So, you know, in theory, we were using a lot more fuel than we normally would, and it was very windy. You know, the truck's not that aerodynamic to start with, and then pulling another big butterbox on the back doesn't help. But the numbers that we came up with was in between 20 litres per 100 and 21 litres per 100. So quite thirsty. That included the off-road driving we were doing on. This one leads us to the main beach. It's pretty firm. It actually shouldn't be a problem. It's funny, you cross this one when it's late afternoon, the sun's been on the sand, cars have been on it, and it's quite hard to clear. Lush day again. Surf's cleaned right up.
High fives. Good work.
Exiting off the beach after spending a couple hours there, wasn't too bad. It was still before lunch, so there wasn't that much chance of other cars having churned this up yet, or the sun drying it out from the wet nights before, the wet nights of dew, not rain.
That was easy.
The Lantano is a lot thicker than it has been, so the van's going to need a little bit of a buff here and there. But we'll be back in 9 weeks now. We'll be back to spend our 3 weeks up here, and we can't wait to get back.